Hi, my name is Joe Raia. I am a proud member of Oneonta's class of 1978, and I am a humbled man to be here this evening in the company of 7 amazing Oneonta alumni for the Alumni of Distinction honor. I'm so happy and grateful to my good friend, Dr. Larry Guzzi, for his nomination, and to the Alumni Association for this great honor. Allow me to start with some reflections about my journey outside of Oneonta. I grew up in 2 working-class Italian-American neighborhoods, first in Ozone Park, Queens, and then in Elmont, Long Island, right over the border, surrounded by friends with last names like Muscarella, Picarillo, Tramontana, and Christie. My parents, Nick and Clara, were hardworking people who balanced their great work ethic with a love of family. I remember my dad talking about a parent's desire to simply see their children live better lives than their parents. He and Mom, with their sacrifices, their support, and their love, made that desire a reality. My 3 wonderful sisters and I are all first-generation college students. In that town of Elmont, it was there that I met my wife, who lived in the Irish-American side of the turnpike. For the past 44 years, Jeannie's been there with me every step of the way, sometimes leading the way, sometimes following, but always a partner, along with our 3 great children, and now their spouses and our 4 grandchildren in this journey. A journey that's included a professional career in human resources and broadcasting, and the founding and running of a leadership and organizational development consulting practice aptly named Glimmerglass Consulting and Training after the beautiful lake in Cooperstown. A journey that has allowed me to blend my day work with a call to serve our communities through countless service projects and engagements, most notably with a fantastic organization called the Ignatian Volunteer Corps, where I met a man who's here celebrating with us tonight, Joe Jones, who for the past 20 years has been the older brother I never had. Re my Oneonta days, which I cherish, I joined the Oneonta community at the urging of my friend Ed Christie in my sophomore year, and I loved it from day one. A psych major, I spent countless hours in the classrooms, offices, lounge, and hallways of Fitzell Hall, many of them with dear friends Paul Vitale and Marianne McHugh. I can mention only a few of the professors who guided me through those years: Frank Gould, Ray Rainville, Pete Donato, and Michael Siegel. There was a non-psychology professor, Dr. Jay Fleischer, who taught a 1-credit mini course on the geology of the national parks, which jump-started my lifelong love of our national parks. There are 2 people, though, that I must acknowledge as the men at Oneonta who have left the greatest impact on me. Fred Ermlich, a warm, loving, energetic, life-loving man who served as the campus ombudsman, a New York State labor mediator, a course instructor, a co-founder of the Glimmerglass Opera Company, and just a pure model of a Renaissance man. And of course, Dr. Larry Guzzi, who brought me in as a TA as a senior year, brought me back to campus many times to speak with the Psychology Club and the Harvey Delaney Leadership Institute, and 46 years later is still a great friend. Larry, I cannot thank you enough for seeing something in this Long Island kid and for being there with me over these 5 decades. In closing, I'd like to say 2 quotes that I believe apply to all of us gathered here. First, a quote from botanist and activist George Washington Carver. No individual has any right to come into the world and go out of it without leaving behind a distinct and legitimate reason for having passed through it. And second, my mom's favorite saying, We're not lucky, we're blessed. My years at Oneonta and this evening are one of my greatest blessings. Thank you.